Hello and welcome to Dynaway Dialogues. This is Jesse Zadanek. I'm super excited today to have our guest, Bill Sparling, President and CEO of Spar Solutions Unlimited, a global service contractor focusing on digital transformation. And he has extensive background and experience in the maintenance and asset management world with various manufacturing backgrounds. Bill, welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, good to be here.
Good to have you today. Thanks for joining. Just to start, would you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about your journey, how you came into this world, how your organization fits in, and what you guys do.
Yeah, lovely. So thank you guys for having me. First of all, it's a real pleasure to be connected with the Dynaway name and the Dynamics 365 product. I think it's on the cutting edge, so I'm super happy to be here with you guys. Bill Sparling, President and CEO of Spar Solutions Unlimited. My background is rather unique in terms of the operational background. So my grassroots were in manufacturing, specifically in the agribusiness and chemical worlds. So having this unique opportunity to go out and implement at the time was a business operating system that was based off the Toyota production system. Okay, so it was basically a business operating system. And a continuous improvement, an operational excellence journey. And in that time, I really had a great opportunity to learn about organizational change and what folks need to go through and what has to happen to go through and achieve lasting, effective, sustainable change. During that time of my career, I learned that the companies that were doing this the best, that were achieving, that sustainable, impactful change, they were doing it through the maintenance and reliability organization.
Right.
So I chose to dedicate the rest of my career in the maintenance and reliability field and the science and the business of maintenance and reliability. So worked for a couple of very large organizations responsible for reliability on global scales. Really had a great opportunity building transformational programs from the ground up, thousands of assets, about 10, 12 different industries. So I've really had a good chance to immerse myself. That's a little bit about my background. Spar Solutions Unlimited was formed in 2018, but I tell folks that we really took flight in 2022 is the real day of improvement, or the day of the beginning of our journey, I tell folks. You hit the nail on the head. Spar Solutions Unlimited is a turnkey organization to implement best practices, sustainable solutions, and get our customers to a more prescriptive environment. And that's why we came up with our solution, Asset RX. We want to get you to that prescriptive state. So that's what we do.
I gotcha. And you mentioned Asset RX. Could you talk a little bit more about that? I mean, how does that create value with your customers and how that takes customers along their digital journey?
Yeah. So again, Asset RX really is a turnkey. It's a turnkey solution to implement and sustain world-class standards, systems, and processes and tools. And it's designed to be done across an enterprise. So we come in at the executive level with our customer, our clients, and what we're telling them, or what we're embarking on, is a real partnership in terms of we don't want to manage your people. We think you do a great job of doing that. There's no need for us to do that. And based upon our experiences, we know that organizations that are embarking on this type of journey, this maintenance and reliability journey, becomes extremely slow. There's so many dynamics internally with an organization. Each function protects their own buckets, right? The maintenance guys are protecting their numbers and the production. What we allow our customers to do is continue to operate in their environment, but an organization that is dedicated to the proactive side of the business. We have a maintenance planners that are our employees that are literally we establish a maintenance and reliability strategy on the customer's manufacturing environment, and we plug them into our Asset RX Nerve Center so that we really are like a team of doctors that are continuously monitoring our patients' charts. And then we provide actionable insights back to our customer facilities so that they can really act upon things. What that does, it allows companies to not check a box to say, hey, we want to go, Internet of Things. We want to go embark on this Industry 4.0, right? The buzzwords. And we allow them to get there in an engineered and calculated approach so that they're not just putting a sensor out there. They're not just going to, say, hey, we're doing AI, we're doing remote, we're doing sensor technology. We believe that route-based preventive maintenance still is a extremely viable and appropriate strategy to apply. And we help customers. So that's the connection to the digital world. Additionally, the way we integrate their systems with KPIs, their CMMSs, their EAMs, their supply chain, we integrate all of that as well.
Fantastic. All right. Well, let's talk about our industry a little bit more. Since you're an expert in the field, in your view, kind of what is the most significant change or trend in maintenance management field over recent years in terms of operational efficiency, technology? Where do you see things going?
Yeah, so I feel that there's going to be a real strong push for technicians to be skilled in different ways. So you have your technical skills that are incredibly important, but also some technology skills that are going to need to be applied. I believe the technicians are becoming more mobile. The days of having the paper work order at the field, still a viable option. In fact, it's a great option. But the ability to have those, the instrumentation, the tools, the technology in the field, I think is super important, because I believe there may be a day within the next 5 to 10 to 15 years that quite possibly, with the shortage of skilled technician and skilled labor today, it's becoming more and more difficult to find those guys, gals, that I believe they will start running their own businesses. So you may walk into a large organization, you may not see a maintenance technician wearing their shirt. They may be wearing their own shirts. I think that day may come. I think the more prepared, of course, AI and all these things are becoming important, but I think those are the two, the major components.
Yeah. This is a question kind of off the cuff a little bit, Bill, but, we're in the Microsoft technology world, and we see a lot of augmented reality demonstrations when we go to Microsoft conferences and those kinds of things. Do you see much of that in the field now? Is that still, 5 to 10 years away, or 15, or never? Yeah. What do you see as far as technology assist in the future?
Yeah, that's a great question. I really do see it today. In fact, in the training space, in the skills training, I think the augmented, the mixed reality as well, where you're combining the different modalities, is super impactful in the training space. We're starting to see it's an issue more of the technician just wearing the technology. A lot of folks were like, oh, if we can get them out to the machine and we can immerse them in this gearbox that we're working on, it's great. We're seeing pieces of that. The younger generations are willing. Some of the older guys, it just becomes, there's just a physical, donning that stuff while you're out in the field becomes a little difficult. Yeah, great question.
Yeah. Great. Appreciate that. What do you think will be like the next block of trends, the 5-year, 10-year, what's going to dominate this industry, in years to come? Maybe not what's this year or next year, but beyond that, what do you see happening?
So I'll build upon our conversation we just had. So I do feel that the augmented reality, the virtual realities, I think they will continue to expand for training, maintenance personnel, and providing this remote support. I believe that it's important for them to be able to access information and guidance real time. So I think that's going to gain momentum. I think that the AI and the machine learning will continue to play a prominent role in predictive maintenance. I think as the algorithms become more sophisticated, They apply science. They apply the human segment that I think will never go away.
Right.
But I think those will become more and more important and more evolved. And additionally, I believe as a personal perspective, the customization and personalization of maintenance solutions will need to be more adaptable and customized to each specific organization and industries. So the ability to be able to tailor these maintenance strategies, these maintenance plans, need to be tailored, and they need to have a more in-depth approach rather than the old, hey, we're going to embark on this journey. Let's go hire some guys to help us do this. It's going to take a real calculated approach to really wring out the value.
Hey, Bill, this might be another off-the-wall question, but just curious for my knowledge. IoT has been a real big buzzword for a lot of years, actually, in this industry. What do you see the average customer that you work with out there? How much are they using IoT? Do you see them doubling, tripling that in future years? Where are we on our IoT journey as an industry?
Yeah, I think the way I look at this, great question again, Jesse. The way I look at this is, sensor technology has been out there for a long time.
Yeah.
The ability to apply that, it's always been there. Now, the technology has come forward in advancements in terms of the way that the data is conveyed to the cloud or conveyed to data storage systems. The ability to go cellular and the getting over that initial IT hump that everybody had when you're internal to an organization. It becomes very difficult for obvious security reasons. However, very critical. I think that's only going to grow. I think the ability for that technology to continue to expand and develop and be more compact. We're starting to see sensors that they're very small that can handle a multitude of different measuring parameters. I think it's only going to grow in that space. I think we're doing a good job today of utilizing that. I think we've rushed it. Quite honestly, I think people will they've actually created more reactive maintenance because these things are going off like Christmas tree lights, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, good question.
Interesting. All right, we're going to transition to Dynaway Connect. You're a speaker at the Dynaway Connect conference coming up in April. We're excited to have you. So, what are you looking forward to at the conference? What unique perspectives do you hope to see and to bring to the attendees?
Yeah, I am really excited for the Dynaway Connect conference, and for several reasons. I think, obviously, the most out front is to be able to network with some like-minded professionals. I think that's going to be just a fantastic opportunity, and it's priceless to be able to continue to build that network of folks. And additionally, I'm always learning. I'm looking to write a book. I'll be soon to be an author, so I'm very proud of that. So I'm looking to always learn, and I think the experience share has not only proven to be highly successful in safety performance within organizations, the more willing you are to share your story. Likewise, I think it's just as important to share experiences within this space. And I look to bring a different perspective to the folks, to the conference in terms of the background that I bring, that our team brings from this really deep operational background. I think we're going to really be able to make some connections and maybe open up and part some skies for some folks.
Good. Obviously, we're trying to promote it. We're trying to get as many maintenance and operations people there as we can. You have any advice for those who, are in the field? What's your opinion on going to conferences like these? Do they provide value?
Yeah, they absolutely do. I mean, I've been on organizing some similar types of conferences. I've also been on the side of trying to create a business case if I'm a maintenance manager or a guy on site that's trying to, get their managers to say, hey, can we spend, the $2,500 or whatever it is to travel and go see?
Yeah.
Absolutely. The things you learn you are going to be able to take at least 3 items that you could go back to your facilities, go back to your organizations, and be able to implement right away. And they will save you big money. They will help you with your journey. These are invaluable for that.
Yeah, my hope also is that since this is a conference that's focused on one specific software, that'll be real or very impactful in your ability to bring something back, because you may find a feature or a functionality that you didn't even realize was there. So I think we'll have general industry experience and principles that someone like you and the speakers like yourself are going to bring, but there's also very concrete, functional software experience and learning that you can bring back as well. So I think you'll have a little bit of both. That's my hope anyway.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Bill. Well, I just want to say as we're wrapping up that thanks for coming on. Your background is fantastic. I can't wait to meet you at Dynaway Connect and learn more about what you guys do and your organization does. And thanks for coming on, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah. Thank you, Jesse.